Hey, tubers. Happy Tuesday. Wait a minute. It's Monday. Oh, now this seems more appropriate. I guess it's already one of them weeks. Oof. I'll shake my head out of that one. So, got a little mail day quickie for you. First step. Did you see the PSA price hikes? Of course you did, right? $20 for a normal card. $25 for a ultra modern. Holy cow. That is tough on the collectors. That is tough on set people. Imagine trying to do a baseball set nowadays. 570 some cards. Old school, even the older sets, man. You're just gonna have to chip away. I mean, it's gonna drive values up of stuff that's already graded for sure. But I saw in a Facebook group that somebody actually made some comment to Nat Turner and Instagram, and Nat actually responded and say that PSA has a 10 million card backlog right now. So we knew it was coming. And I have to put even more scrutiny into what gets collected and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Thankfully, and hopefully it works out. You saw, if you just saw my pre-submission reveal, I made that sucker out of here on Friday. So hopefully that's good to go. It's guaranteed to get effed up because I'm moving this summer, and the credit card that I put on there expires in like 7 months. So go back, different address and a different charge, but maybe that's a good thing. And when they call me for the new credit card, I'll say, well, oh, by the way, make sure you mail it to this joint instead. I have a pile of vintage that I wanted to get out, but I didn't hit the minimum 20 on it. I had like 17. So that sucks because that's going to cost me a couple bucks more, but some of them I'll still pay it. As far as the other price changes or whatever, expresses and all that stuff, I've never been willing to send it any of those types of levels, so I have no idea whether they changed or not. So I can't help you there, but for the collector side of things, when we're sending in bulk and counting the dollars and stuff for the regular folk, the prices definitely went up. So I'm interested to hear what you guys are changing about your collecting, potentially based on that 20 to 25. So if 12 to 15 didn't quite do it for you, 20 to 25 probably will. But got some beauties in, and I love to share them. So my first 52 tops, always been eyeballing this one. And as I've been saying, there's things I look for in cards. I want to see the uniform. I want to see the logos. This is one that doesn't have one of the tools of the trade, so he's not rocking a glove or a bat, but just so iconic looking, so nicely centered. The Yankees logo is just giving you that little bit extra there, so I went for it. And a nice fresh label, nicely centered, and a 2. I mean, the edges are, every corner is gouged and indented, but the lack of snow on this thing in the image is pretty impressive. So beautiful looking 2 there. These actually go for very reasonable. So I kept getting surprised when I was watching and seeing the final sold values on this. So 70 Roberto Clemente. It's only a 4. And again, corners giving it some love, but nicely centered. Hologram label. It's a little bit newer label, but not the Lighthouse. And it's a 4, but it's a beauty. And got the tool of the trade with the bat in there. Got the full logo on the uniform, the hat. And I mean, you spot this thing a mile away and you know that's Roberto. So pretty cool. And as I'm told, as I'm learning more about the vintage side of the baseball things, this is the first year they went back to Roberto after doing Bob for a while. So that's pretty cool. One more baseball, and then we got some football coming at you. 63 Maris. I wanted a Maris in the PC, and I didn't have many 63s yet, so this is my second 63. I got the Brooks Robinson, and I got this one, but got the pinstripes, got the logo. I'll count that as the bat in the picture, but this is actually one that, if you'd believe it, it looks better than what it did in the listing, which is pretty cool for a 3, but I paid, it was like 39 bucks for that. That's pretty cool. Represents real well there. Let's see, I'll go 2 raw cards here. I got a couple more of these coming from this same set. I bought 2, and then like the next day I bought like 4 more or something from the same seller. So you'll see some of these in the next set. But because I needed some more raw cards to hit the 20 minimum for the 71 and earlier submission category. I found these just at the right time, and I thought this was cool. So last bare knuckle fight. This is from 1950. And it's John L. Sullivan as one of them dudes. And I read up on this fight after I looked it up, so pretty cool. But this, the last bare knuckle fight in, it would have been like 1890 or something like that. Went 75 rounds, so I guess they terminated a round once somebody got knocked down. But it was like 2 hours and 16 minutes in over 100-degree heat in Mississippi. So just some real tough man shit going on there. And I got a bent corner, but still just a really cool card. And I've kind of always liked boxing cards, but never gotten into them, so I thought that was cool. And then picked this one up. This one's from 41. I'm blanking on the set. It's like 41 gum something or other. But this one is called Parachute Troops. And I have maybe 4 or 5 different old school ones like this from, you know, Freedom's War, and there's some Tops issue sets or whatever where they have parachutists and airborne on them and stuff like that. And I kind of snatch them up and put them in the office. I had some fun in some previous assignments. So I was an airborne troop for a while. Even in the Air Force, we got those. And I had a good time with it. And I kind of have a couple of little pieces here and there in the office. And I like to add to it. So I thought that was really cool. And a good sized card, too. Not necessarily one of them tiny ones. So I was going to get those subbed. But I don't know if I'm subbing them for 20 bucks. And then I got a 4 Sharp Corners... order in. So from the 2001 Tops, got the TO. That's Pop 1. Super tough set to grade. I have graded a good number of those, and pretty much always nail a 9. So super excited for that. That's an upgrade for me because I nailed a 9 on that when I did sub it. PSA 10 Randy Moss. That one was cheap, and I think it was probably like 19 bucks on the website or something like that. But nowadays you gotta look twice at, you know, what we thought was 20 bucks. Like, well, I wish it was 15. If it costs 20 bucks to grade a card, 20 bucks is relatively cheaper now. And this was $1 or $2 more than I wanted to pay, but I wasn't gonna grade one myself and get an 8 or a 9. Because I didn't have a ton of success. But these are the all pro. Well, they had an all AFC and they had an all NFC, so not really all pro, but in 91 Pro set. And there's the Rice of Montana and a Ronnie Lott in this, and I was only missing the Charles Haley. And I've always liked the pictures that were depicted on here and the drawings or whatever, the artist renditions. So I've been watching that for about 6 months and finally pulled the trigger on it. And then another upgrade. I think I only had this in like an 8 or something because I subbed it myself. From the 03 Tops, the weekly wrap-up, Terrell Owens in a PSA 10. So nice little upgrade there. Modern day beauty. So that's what I got for you. Happy Monday. And we'll see you next time. Later.